Today I want to talk about mental health in this country. It's going to be a long haul and a slippery slope at the same time to change the way things are going right now. People are very unhappy. The long haul is that we have to change a lot of things, and it's going to take a lot of work to get things done. It's also a slippery slope because once we start giving things away and changing things, people are going to want to change everything, and they're going to want more and more. We have to find a delicate balance of these things. We need to socialize medicine, personally ration our intake of social media, and cap rent. One of my favorite comedians in the world is named Doug Stanhope. The man has been an advocate for mental health for many, many years now. His wife is severely depressed, and they go to regular therapy sessions to help deal with her mental state. He's talked recently about how they go about their therapy sessions. They have to go to this mini mall where they go into community intervention services, where they go in and have a video conference with a licensed professional, to which recently the professional had advised that she make a aesthetic change to help improve her mental health. In case you missed that, they have to go to a strip center, which is next to a Starbucks, and they go into a door that's marked CIA, and then they talk to a television that told her to get a new haircut. People wonder why our healthcare system is not working for the mentally ill. Social media is a lot of things to a lot of people. It can be great, it can be awful. It can be news, it can be entertainment, it could be a soapbox, it could be a way to stay in contact with friends and family. But at the same time, it's also all of those things at the same time, which can be very overwhelming and very addicting. We now have cameras into people's lives we've never had before, and frankly, it's really fascinating. We can see what they have, we can see what they don't have, we can see how they're doing, we can see how bad they're doing. We can admire, we can be envious, we can be jealous, we can be hateful. And I think it brings out the absolute worst in everybody. Social media is okay, but we need to lay off of it. We need to stop getting on our political soapboxes, and we need to stop being so hateful and so awful to each other. It's rotting away at our souls and rotting away at our communities, in my opinion. Berlin, Germany has recently instituted a rent cap. It started this last February, and it will go for the next 5 years. It is now illegal for landlords to increase rent. Germany saw their incredibly reasonable living conditions skyrocket recently, and they saw that happening, and people were moving out, and homelessness was increased, and people were leaving the town, not en masse, but on a very regular basis, as reported by ABC News. They didn't want to end up like London, where no one can afford to live in any of their housing whatsoever. London is basically a tourist town. I haven't been personally, but just from what I've read and what I've seen on online and on TV, it's unreasonable to live there. It's just a big tourist town because you have to basically be a millionaire to afford any living in London. Berlin didn't want to end up like that, and they made the smart decision of passing legislation over the entire city to freeze rent to where landlords cannot kick tenants out for trying to have a reasonable living. We need that here. Rent is going up, gas is going up, electric is going up, price of everything is going up, taxes on everything is going up. I haven't had a raise since 2010. I'm drowning here. I have this new house here. It's amazing. Don't get me wrong, but it took substantial help for me to get out of my dump of an apartment and now get into this place. I love it here. I'm incredibly grateful, incredibly lucky, but I'm also really, really lucky to have this place. It's not reasonable at all for anyone to find accommodations like I have. I'm not bragging. It is literally unfair, and I almost feel guilty for living in a place like this. People come to America. This is the land of opportunity, as we've always called it. It is The land of opportunity and the land of benefits. We want to change your life for the better. You move to America. But if people can't afford medicine, are depressed and suicidal, and can't afford housing, what benefits can there actually be in America? What we need to do is we need to reallocate our taxpayer dollars into social services. We need to regulate rent control. We basically need to reevaluate all of our core beliefs and what our politicians have done to us and for us. And if we can't get any of that done, we can always go back to dragging politicians' bodies through the streets. Thank you.